Imitated Kiss. My spaceship landed on Earth with a bang. I let out a groan and closed my eyes for an instant. I was back on that planet, continuing the project that had begun months ago, now in the company of my useless assistant. While it's true that I love to complain, I really enjoy my job. Although it has the disadvantage of requiring me to travel a lot, I see this as a positive. It also gives me the chance to explore different places and a variety of cultures. Although what I learn about the societies I visit is often limited and negative, I consider that a plus. I love to see how low a civilization can sink. Good-for-nothing Isaac got up from his seat, placing his long green legs on the ground. I looked at him without hiding the contempt he generated in me. The red knee-length tunic might be the latest fashion on our planet, but it did him no favors and was not appropriate for wading through planetary debris. Isaac, however, was staring out the window and missed the obvious displeasure on my face.
"Earth seems beautiful, Rayford,"
Isaac said, pressing his nose to the glass and gazing out. Our ship was medium-sized, with just enough space for 2 couches, the controls, and a rear section housing the engine.
"How are you doing with the compilation? You're really going to have to help me catch up."
Isaac, I always assume you're going to need help. I straightened my tunic with my long fingers before pausing to open the ship. "I'm well ahead," I said. Once we secured our transport in a large warehouse, I began guiding Isaac around the planet. I was explaining to my partner the nature of the beings that lived there and what I had learned from the information I had gathered so far. Humans, as they called themselves, were the race that had overpopulated the planet. During their era, they fought each other to the death and abused Earth's resources until the planet grew tired of them and sent them flying, literally. The people, as they were also called, had disappeared when, one day, for reasons still unclear to me, Earth rotated faster than normal. Defying the law of gravity, which they both loved and hated, they all shot through the air, crossing the troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, and beyond. As a legacy, these humans had left behind a wide variety of buildings, fashions, videos, and images that my partner and I had the task of analyzing and cataloguing to create a new volume for the Encyclopedia of Extinct Species. My expertise lies in pure and simple archaeology, while my partner is an expert in everything within the digital universe. In broad strokes, one could say that human beings were capable of both brilliant and foolish actions simultaneously. They had the ability to create the most artistic and profound works. On the other hand, they sometimes had the worst taste. More importantly, they seemed to admire and idolize certain people for no apparent reason, often without judgment. They also hated, tortured, and discriminated against one another. Returning to the reality that I had to live, I had set up my base on the shore of an island called Papua New Guinea. Apparently, human beings really liked landscapes like that, with palm trees and crystalline waters. That made no difference to me. I didn't intend to change my lime green for an English green. I was not there to tan. However, I must admit that the scenery was inspiring. We went into the big wooden hut on the beach. Although it was not a building that could be easily damaged by the wind, it resembled a 14-room mansion where I separated and catalogued all the information I thought was relevant from the remnants of human civilization. Among the unanswered questions that filled that house, there was one that worried me more than the rest. For this reason, I had devoted an entire room to it. I had found hundreds of millions of photographs of humans in which they appeared to be blowing a kiss at someone, and I didn't understand who they were blowing a kiss to or why. Apparently, it had been a very popular phenomenon that had no limits in terms of sex, age, religion, or anything else. They came in all forms. Some were accompanied, while others were alone, and there was even a huge collection in the bathroom. As much as I spent hours reading books and researching, I hadn't found the answer to who all those people were blowing kisses to. "Isaac, this air kiss thing worries me," I told my partner once we entered the office. The room had all its walls covered with photos, tables with piles of copies, and books. "These are more in the digital realm, and I think that's where the answer will be. It's very important, and I think it could be directly related to the destruction of the human race. I want you to give this your absolute priority." Hand in hand, my colleague and I continued working to decipher the mysteries of humanity. One fine day, while I was enjoying my breakfast, a meal that humans referred to as continental breakfast, I had settled on the terrace, clad in a fluffy pink robe and matching slippers, when a shocked Isaac suddenly appeared.
"Rayford, I think I have found the answer to why the photos were taken,"
he said, placing a stack of papers on the table and sitting in the chair opposite mine. "What is the fashion of making pouting photos for?" "Yahoo answers," I said, Reading the first page I took out of the pile.
See, Rayford?
Isaac said excitedly.
You don't even have to read the replies. The answer is in the question itself.
Was it a fashion? I asked, glancing at my partner in disbelief.
Yeah, nothing more, nothing less,
Isaac said. The blow he gave to the table vibrated my cup of coffee. All those millions of photos, are they just a fashion?
Yes, I'll explain how it works. The most common thing was that these types of photos were taken in something called a selfie. In other words, a photo of yourself.
Isaac had stood up and was now next to me, holding a phone.
Then one has to look directly at the camera, make a pout with the lips, and take a picture.
Isaac imitated the gesture of humans.
Try it.
All right. Following my partner's instructions, I took a series of photos, placing my mouth in that peculiar way. Once I finished, I began to observe the results. It wasn't bad, not bad at all. That gesture gave my face a more provocative air. My cheeks looked better, my huge black eyes stood out, and I seemed sexier overall. Once I was alone, I kept practicing that pose. The bathroom turned out to be an ideal place because it had very good light, and I could use the mirror to help me. Now I understood everything. Once I chose the best photo, I uploaded it to the social media platforms on my planet. Who knows, maybe I was about to start a fad. I just hoped this wouldn't signal the end of my species.